Hello and welcome to Marietta High School. I'm Christopher Oranga alongside Richard Carvajal. We're back again for the fall 2025 UPSL Premier Season, moments away from kickoff between Potros FC and North Georgia United. Richard, how are you doing today?
Doing great, my friend. Super happy to be here. Another beautiful Sunday, another Potros Sunday. It's nice and it's a good temperature out here given the season and the time of season. I think it'll definitely cool down some as the game progresses. The sun's going to be a problem here for a little bit, but as a whole, a beautiful day for football, and just so happy to be back up here and getting things rolling once again with you. How are you, Chris?
Doing pretty well. You can just see the starting lineup for Potros FC showing up on your screen. We didn't get a roster from North Georgia United, so we'll do our best to call out them as it goes. But as we know, this is going to be a strong match. Two teams who have done well in recent seasons. North Georgia struggling a bit at the end of last season, but trying to find their way back into this new season in the fall. So we will see how this game goes. And coming out from preseason, we know Potros still under Frankie Ruiz. We're really excited that he was able to continue this season despite his duties at Reinhardt University. We know that he will be splitting his time, but he wanted to stay on with the project after the success of last season, finishing the spring 2025 division playoff champions, only falling short in the first round of the national playoff to Asheville SC. They're back again. Some changes. We'll get through those changes of roster, who's in and who's out as we go through this. But first, let's talk about this match at hand. North Georgia and Potros, two opponents who know each other well, faced off plenty of times over the years, and which one will be able to get the upper hand today? What are your thoughts on this match today?
I definitely think this is going to be a fun one. It's going to be interesting for both sides. North Georgia United, they have pretty prolific strikers. Their attack is pretty heavy. So it's definitely going to boil down to how badly these Potros want it. Granted, over the years of commentating for them, we've come to the realization that sometimes we get a slow start. Sometimes we, ease into the game. And this just might be one of those games where, we kind of need to hit it hot and heavy off the start, get the season going, hot and ready, and as opposed to maybe just, getting scored on or getting too, put against us before we actually try to put in that effort. How about you? What do you think, Chris?
No, I think you make a great point there. I think that's definitely going to be something that's going to be very important. I think the first 10, 15 minutes of this game is going to play a big part in the final outcome.
Yep.
We saw in preseason Potros in both of their preseason matches within the last couple of weeks, some conceded goals in the first minutes of the game. So it's going to be something that Coach Frankie is going to really try to drill down to make sure that the start of this game is strong, the team stays focused, and takes their chances. We saw last match against LSA Norcross Pro, formerly Limeño, Georgia. They had so many chances that they were not able to finish. Yep. So could make the difference in this game, especially with North Georgia United. We saw during the warm-ups, Emmanuel Lam, their top scorer, back in the lineup. He missed majority of last season, and it really kind of coincided. The time that he was out injured was the time that North Georgia struggled in the season. So Correct. He's back today, and North Georgia are definitely going to have a point to prove today, having gone all the way to the playoff finals last fall, and then last spring not even making it to the playoffs. So they're going to want to try to come back in, especially coming up against Potros, who won the division last season. They're going to be wanting to make a point that they want to come back up top, and Potros are going to have to try to defend their title with everything. They're going to have everything coming at them this season, week after week. So a new squad with some new players, a lot of returning players. You saw that starting lineup. Only one new player into this club this season that's starting. A couple of players who either didn't get a lot of time last season or left the club and came back into the club this season, such as Pedro Valenzuela. He's actually, with today's appearance, he'll enter into the top 10 appearances for Potros.
Oh, wow.
He gets to start today. He took last season off, didn't play. He's back into the squad. So today will be his 49th appearance.
Wow.
49. So almost at 50. We'll expect him to reach that this year. But he's back into the squad. He did not play in the season. He was part of the championship team that won the regular season in the spring 2024 season with Coach Ignacio.
And, that's going to go a long way for chemistry, both for Frankie and the team. These guys are getting to know each other, not too many differences in what's going on. I think that's going to be a great benefit for this.
Yeah, and on top of that, there are players with a lot of experience still in this Potros team. The front line, unchanged from last season. Mark Dadinho, the club's all-time scorer. Nazario and Bomio back into the starting 11 after winning the Golden Boot last season. And Pedro Lima back in the starting lineup as well. So a very experienced front three who produced last season.
Yep.
We'll see how they do in the start of this match. I know Mbomio was not involved in most of the preseason for personal reasons, but he just came back this week. So we hope that he can get a fresh start and start to defend his Golden Boot title. And then, of course, in the midfield, Brendan Fry returns.
Mr. Fry.
Pedro Valenzuela, as we already mentioned, and then the new face into the club this season, Sebi Morello, getting the start in the defensive midfield position. So he will be one to look out for. And then across that back line, a lot of experience. Latrell Bradshaw, Benjamin Uranga, the club's all-time leading appearances, and Modu Jallo getting a start today. He only made, I believe, 2 or 3 appearances last season, not very many. But he's an experienced defender who has many years in UPSL, played under SSL FC for many years, was a captain there. He's a great leader. And so he will be starting in this match. So both starting center backs from last season are not going to be starting. Kwesi Paul is on the bench today. Omar Barrow misses out due to injury. And then Danny Moreira, who played almost every game last season, he starts today in the outside back position. And then Cameron Verona, one of the club's all-time leading appearances, starts in goal. Definitely the club's all-time goalkeeper.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe after me.
Maybe after you, Chris. Absolutely. We got to remember the beginning stages as well.
I think so. Cameron Verona's on 89 appearances. Today will be his 90th.
Wow.
I have, I believe, 112 or something along those lines.
So that record could be broken.
I don't know how many of those 112 was me playing goalkeeper. So it's definitely possible that he's passed me in appearances as a goalkeeper.
And the goalkeeper front at least. So
definitely
the records might be safe.
Yeah, one to definitely look out for is Verona. He's definitely near that 100 mark. He could hit it this season if he stays healthy and plays. So moments away from kickoff, the players getting their final instructions from the coaches. You can see the Potros team out there getting their final stretches and warm-ups in. North Georgia getting their changes in the changing area, and we'll be heading to the field shortly. We're about 8 minutes from kickoff, and we'll be back to bring you that in just a few minutes. And we're back just moments away from kickoff. Potros FC and North Georgia United, seconds away from kicking the fall 2025 season off. Potros FC, the defending playoff champions of the UPSL Georgia Premier Division. A bit of a change in the structure this season. Its division will now be split into two zones, so Potros will not be facing off against every team in the division this season, but they will be facing North Georgia United twice this season, this time at home. Next time we'll be away later in the season. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel to keep up with all of the home games and some of the away games we may be able to bring you as well as our newly established U23 team, which will be competing in UPSL Division 1 this season. So keep up with everything, follow all of the players. We appreciate the support in the chat already, and make sure to send your messages, and we will be bringing you this match just a second. Christopher Odanga alongside Richard Carvajal. Richard, how do you feel today?
Feeling great so far. Off to a rough start. I think Potros lost the coin toss, and so the sun's going to be in their face for this first half. That's gonna definitely be interesting for Verona and the Potros themselves as they move forward in this game. But moving forward in the game, the sun will go down and it'll be a bit less of a hindrance. But as of now, I think that's a good tactical play from North Georgia United to put Potros in the sun.
Yep, one of the things about this Marietta High School venue, you'll see as the game goes on, the right side of the field will start to get covered in shade earlier, and then as the game goes on, the rest of the field will start to get covered. It's not as hot as it has been over the summer. As we start to enter the fall season, one of the cooler days in this time of year. Only about 80 degrees today on the field with the sun shining down on the turf. It'll probably feel a bit warmer, but it won't be unbearable like we've seen in the past. So we're not expecting too much of a thing. Although, because of this game being the first game of the season, there may be some players still getting up to fitness, so we might see some impact there. Just seconds away. Potros FC going to be kicking us off for the fall 2025 season.
And as we line up here, Chris, how are you feeling? What do you think needs to happen here for these Potros to find the result we're looking for?
As we mentioned, I think the first 15 minutes are going to play a huge part, and we'll see Potros with the kickoff if they can start right from the start. And here we go. Kickoff for Potros, going to be on the way. Uranga sending the ball forward, looking for Lima on the far side. We did get a roster from North Georgia, so we'll bring you their starting lineup in just a second. Potros starting lineup, Cameron Verona in goal. Along the back line, Danny Morera, Benjamin Uranga, Mo Jallo, and Latrell Bradshaw. Midfield, Sevi Morello, Pedro Valenzuela, and Brendan Fry. And on the front, Pedro Lima, Nazario Ambomio, and Mark Minot. Early shot there from Marietta, blocked, and wins a throw-in.
Yeah, so far so good. It looks like these Potros are trying to run it up the field, rather quickly, get it into an attacking position early on. Right now there's an option there. Sent in to the midfield, but unable to get a good head on it was, I believe, Binu.
I believe that was Valenzuela, actually. Yeah, Valenzuela coming from the midfield, got his head to it, wasn't able to direct it towards goal. Early goal kick. But as we mentioned, Potros putting the pressure early on. Now with North Georgia under possession, this is where they'll need to stay focused. Maradiaga and Emmanuel Lom in the starting lineup for North Georgia, two of the top scorers of the league for multiple of the last seasons. Will definitely be an interesting one to keep an eye on, starting on both of the wings.
Looks like heavy there from Uranga, not letting the turn. A little bit of a push off from the offender there, but regardless, a good job from Uranga.
Yeah, an early physical battle, and we're going to expect to see that throughout the match. And an early foul there, Moreta on the back of Lum. And looks like North Georgia switching up their tactics. For the last couple of seasons, we've seen them play in a more back three with wing backs that like to go forward. They're set up today in a back four. We'll get you their starting lineup in just a second. In goal will be Jose Mendiola. Along the back line, Max Clare, Ivan Orellana, Alfonso Vega, Oscar Vega. In the midfield, Jack DeSanto, Jose Garcia, and Max Ramos. And along the front, Gonzalo Limos joining Emmanuel Lom and Ronald Maradiaga.
So far, North Georgia United looking to create some opportunities for themselves as they move forward on the field, but a mistake results in a Potros throw-in. That's Marietta taking it. Gets it, tries to get it to Mbomio, unable to find him there though, as North Georgia United, it gets a good flick off. That's going to be a throw-in for them as the ball hits off of Binu, Dadinho.
And the Brendan Fry fan club back in the chat as they were last season. So we're going to see Brendan Fry lover there in the chat. So hopefully he can pull something off here. He is on the ball now. Gets it wide to Lima. Lima's touch a little heavy. A little bit of luck as it bounces back to Valenzuela. Now wide to Morera. Morera, who wasn't really involved with the premier team in preseason, was involved with the U23s, but impressed in training and got the call up today, starting out of the right back position, where he played most of the last part of last season, mostly off the bench, but gets the start today. Here he comes forward, trying to play the ball early forward, but straight into the feet of De Santo.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake there from Morera, but needless to say, on the multiple occasions that he's had to fight for the ball, he's won it. So very good job from him there, at least on the defensive front. We have some movement here in the midfield. Bradshaw sending it back to Uranga. Uranga looking for options. Sending it forward to Mark Binu. Binu unable to control though. Mistake there though results in it dropping to Fry. Fry sends it out to Lima. Lima finds Mbomio. Mbomio's looking for options. Mbomio's, he's there, he's moving, he sends it in! And a deflection off of Mbomio's shot to Dadinho, resulting in it just going a little too high there for Dadinho. Just a little bit of control needed for that one to hit the back of the net.
And that's something that we talked about in preseason. Chances like those missed. Another one here. Hopefully they don't come back to regret it, but it's a good signs of danger early on. Here's Morello getting up, the new signing, new player into the club this season. A big presence in that midfield. He's a big man. Number 64, Sebi Morello. The only non-returning player in the starting lineup today, as Frankie Ruiz is still trying to get some of the new faces into the rhythm of the championship team. So we'll see those players get integrated into the squad throughout the season. Valenzuela also was not part of the championship team last season, but has been part of Potros for many years.
Ascent there. Moreira's trying to get the clearance on that one. Did a good job there to avoid the danger. So far, quite a possessive game from both sides. You know, both teams looking to find the gap, find their opportunity. Or Georgia United with a good pass, but a great job there. I believe that's Fry. He was able to clear it.
Yeah, Fry's been all over the field so far, getting really involved in the midfield.
Dadinho receives a mistake ball there, sends it out to Lima, but Lima's offsides, unfortunately. That's going to be called for a kick.
We tried to take a look at that chance early on, but the throw-in was taken quickly, so we'll try to take a look at it in the next opportunity. But now North Georgia back under the ball. Here's Claire. Claire looking for the left-footed pass forward to Long. Long with the header flicked on. Looking for Limos. Uranga gets to it first and gets it out for a corner.
Yeah, that was a good job from Uranga there to not only not get a foul, but also disrupt the offense there quite a bit.
Yeah, taking quick. Looks like they're going to try to take it quickly, but instead Lom will set it up. Emmanuel Lom, Golden Boot winner from the fall 2024 season. Puts the cross in and doesn't find a teammate, ends up going for a goal kick.
Yeah,
and actually he wasn't the Golden Boot winner, I forgot. He was in the lead, tied with Dadinho, up until the final game of the season where Anthony Sumo from Kalanji Pro Profile scored a hat-trick and ended up taking the Golden Boot. Now Anthony Sumo playing professionally for MLS Next Pro Carolina Core. Speaking of Kalanji Pro Profile, an 8-3 loss earlier today.
Yeah, extremely interesting to hear that score there. Brendan Fry, though, fighting for that ball. Gets it to Morera.
Marietta with a nice
the
flick.
cheeky pass. I love it. Finds Dadinho. Dadinho tries to get it to Mbomio, but a bit of a mistake there on the pass. Lima recovers, though, picks it up. Lima's moving with it. Lima doing what Lima does. Beats two. Tries to have one, but they wouldn't let him. They got in the way. Here's our new player having one. And that was Morello with a shot. Unfortunately wide there, but a great effort nonetheless from him. Huge there from Lima, casual Lima play style there. Takes on two with him. You know, tries to get the shot, but player was in the way and resulted in the clearance.
Finally, take a look at that. Apologies for those at home. I believe we had some music playing, but we just got that taken care of now. And yeah, that opportunity for Morello. First game of the season. Still getting some rhythm, but Potros looking dangerous so far. Here's Valenzuela. Not able to get it under control, just loses it and ends up committing a foul as well.
Yeah, big bit of a mistouch there from Valenzuela, and then he kind of overreacted to it as well. Could have been dangerous, but all good for now. Here's North Georgia United with a free kick at the half. See what they can do with this.
All into the box. Falls between Moreta and Oranga. Oranga getting in the way with Lom. And Moreta gets in the way to block that one. A great block from Moreta.
Huge from Moreta there. Here's Dadinho, though, as he pushes the ball forward. He's looking for options. Tries to send it out wide there, but unable to find Bradshaw.
Yeah, picked out by Maradiaga. And there he goes forward. Nice flick onto Limas. Here's Limas. And Moreta again in the way.
Moreta has been huge so far.
And he's going to have a test with Emmanuel Lam on his side. But here's Mbomio driving forward. Played it behind Lima, and no one was there behind. Frankie Ruiz calling Fry to come put the pressure on. And North Georgia decides to let it roll out for throwing. Gets it back in quickly. Lima now coming back to defend and commits a foul there.
Yeah, came in a little heavy on the backside there. Unfortunate. But it is going to be a free kick for... free kick for North Georgia United.
And some of the players for North Georgia look like they're in slightly different positions, so we'll go based on the numbers that we have. That was Vega with the header. Ended up sending it for a goal kick.
Now we have Verona taking this goal kick.
Yeah, Moreta, definitely a test for him. Didn't start many matches last season. The youngest player in the squad today.
So far, so good, though, as Moreira has done quite a bit already to mitigate the danger.
Yep.
Oh, I love that cheeky pass there.
Nice ball from Lima, finding Valenzuela, who's come forward from the midfield. Looking for a chance to shoot. It took a little bit of a deflection, but ends up in the hands of Mendiola. That deflection just took the pace out of it. But good five shots now for Potros in the first 10 minutes. Only one from North Georgia, which was blocked.
Oh, good job from Uranga there to read the pass and just cut it off right away. Moreira looking for options, tries to send Mbomio. Mbomio, though, still turned around. Didn't know where the ball was.
Yeah, he was waiting for the ball to find its way through, but the defender did well to stand his ground and get in the way. But still some work for North Georgia to get out of their half with the pressure of Potros still on. Looking to go over the top, looking for Lom. The speed of Lom is going to be dangerous. Uranga gets to it, though, to safety.
From Uranga there. His Lom looked like he turned the jets on for that one.
And that's been a strategy of North Georgia over the years, relying on the speed of Lom to get in behind and trying to find him in spaces, and he's able to create from those positions. But this time, Uranga was in a good enough position to stop it. North Georgia still on the attack here. There's Garcia connecting with DeSanto and Limos. Fry coming back to put pressure, and Mbomio also getting behind the ball and helping out defensively.
Or quite a bit of space being left, though, to the player. Could be dangerous later on. And a heavy push there from Potros as they try to steal that ball.
And Mbomio did just enough to get in the way of the keeper, forcing him to play that ball out. It's going to be a throw-in for Potros in the attacking half.
Yep, that's going to be Moreira taking it. See what he does with this. Tries to send it to Dadinho. Gets it to Dadinho. Dadinho finds Fry. Fry little excited there.
Fry wanted to put it in a dangerous spot, but none of the players were ready for it. And now Mendiola will take his time and pick up the ball. North Georgia trying to play out the back again. Coach Kenneth Fosuene switching up his tactics. We saw him using a back three for the last couple of seasons. Now switching to a back four. Looks to probably trying to fix some of the weaknesses that forced them out of the playoffs last season. Oranga looking for the long switch. Finds Morello, who's gone forward, but his touch was a little heavy, and now Bradshaw. Bradshaw still looking for it, but his touch cleared away. Gonna be tough for Vega to bring it down, but he does want to get past. Moreta misses that one, and here's a chance for long. They played all the way across to Maradiaga.
Oh, what a good job there. What a slide.
Modu Jallo getting in the way to block that shot. And look at the congratulations of the teammates there. That block was almost like saving a goal. We've seen so many connections over the seasons of Lom and Maradiaga. Almost there again, but Modu Jallo.
Jallo and Moreta, I have to tell you, they are working right now. They are putting in work. Bradshaw with the missed touch there, resulting in a North Georgia United throw-in.
Something you've really got to, give credit to Frankie Ruiz. Both of these players were with the squad last season and didn't play a lot of minutes, but the culture of the club is so strong under Ruiz that they continue to work hard, and now they get their opportunity today, and they're performing so far.
Yep, completely agree with that. Unimaginable what Coach Frankie has done for the team thus far, and only the sky is the limit essentially at this point.
And you look at the bench today, and
they're
for
stacked.
Potros, any one of those players could be starting. We got Sean McKeever back in the squad. Jonathan Valverde, who formerly was a UPSL playoff champion with Atlanta City, joins the squad. Daniel Rohr back in the squad after going to play at Georgia Revolution last season. And Kwesi Paul, like a big name on the bench, not even starting today. The 31-year-old Grenadian.
Yeah, Kwesi Paul, my hero.
Jimmy Noel, another key player who made a lot of attacking contributions last season on the bench today. Matt Mitchell, a new player who's joined the squad. Amadou Danfa, Caden Macias, and Benji Profet as well. A full bench today, and that's not even naming some of the players who weren't on the call-up this week that could easily be a starter as well. One of the players, Steven Raymond, was not available for the match, but he was a standout player in preseason. He played in the 4th division in France, and he's been a lot of. There's just so much that's going on with this team right now.
A huge amount of depth.
The culture that's been built up over the last seasons has definitely played a part in being able to build this kind of family.
Looking for the pass there was North Georgia United. A bit of a blunder there from Uranga as he tried to get it to Moreta, but able to get it in the end. Bradshaw sending it out, trying to find someone forward, but at this point more of a clearance. Fry gets it on it though. Finds Mbomio, but he's unfortunately offsides, and flag comes up on that.
Yeah, as the pressure went on, Mbomio had just straight into an offside position. Fry was quick to get it, but at that point there was nothing Mbomio could do to get back outside.
That ball just moving a little too quick for that play.
Long switch looking for Lom. Moreta there again. Moreta so calm on the ball.
Absolutely. A little bit of kickball going on right now, though, as North Georgia United try to continue controlling this ball.
Here's DeSanto for North Georgia.
Far possessing the ball is North Georgia United. Looking for their options. Finds Long. Oh,
yeah, that's going to be a foul on Moreta.
Moreta not wanting to let him through on that one, but he's actually going to get the yellow for this one for essentially body blocking him.
Yeah, so now Moreta's definitely going to need to be careful in this match. Now he's on a yellow. He's been strong so far. That one just a little bit late. Referees setting the standard that he's not going to allow those kind of tackles.
Yeah, that's definitely difficult for this early in the match, considering Marietta was already pretty heavily matched up against Long there.
North Georgia strongly favoring this near side for their attack. Cross coming in from Lemus. Finds Morelo's header, who sends it to Lima forward. Lima looking for a chance to break forward. Gets past one. Has Zadinho in front of him. Goes long to Bomio instead, but it's going to be too long, and Mendiola will be able to get to that one.
Good idea there, just execution a little heavy on the foot there. North Georgia United pushing forward. Oh, good job there from Morello. One of the new players here. Bradshaw's going to be taking this throw in. Tries to find it long there, but good defense from North Georgia. Not allowing for anything there. Ema trying to do his famous beat 1-2 and have one, but unfortunately wasn't able to get through on that one. Fry heavy on the pressure though. North Georgia United just switches the ball. Forward with Long. So far, still on the ball. Thinking forward, tries to find a pass forward there. So far, still there, but Uranga hawking him down. Trying to get past Uranga there. He was able to get through, but a good defense there once again from the back line, not allowing for anything there for Potros. And it looks like the North Georgia United, I think Long tripped on one of his own players.
Yeah, a little bit of a tangled up. Both players were making the run. Not a Potros player near him. That was Valenzuela who ended up getting the block on that previous attack, who was covering for Uranga, who got pulled out. So great work from them. And you can see Valenzuela has dropped into a bit of a deeper position, allowing Morello to get a little bit higher up. So we might see that rotation throughout the match between the two of them. Uranga sending it forward, looking for Mbomio. First one by North Georgia. Second ball from DeSanto, manages to get it forward, but only as far as Morello, who picks up the loose ball. Morello getting it forward to Mbomio. A chance here for Potros if he can keep it in, and good work from the defender to give Potros their first corner of the match.
And we don't have Quissy Paul here for his height for this corner, so it's going to be interesting to see who we aim for on this one.
Well, we still got Bradshaw, still got Uranga. Morello's up there as well. And Mbomio, of course, can head the ball. Dadinho, not the tallest player, but we've seen him score his fair share of headers.
Quite a few, absolutely.
Lima's going to be the one to take the corner. Brendan Fry there at the edge of the box, giving a second option. Valenzuela coming in as well. Cross coming into the back post all the way to Bradshaw. It's going to be too heavy for him, but manages to keep it in play. Bradshaw trying to get past one, wins a throw in instead. Bradshaw's throw. Looking for Uranga on the front post. Won by North Georgia. Still needs to get it clear. Uranga getting in the way. A shot there. Morello, shot saved by Mendiola. A great save. Nearly the opening goal of the season. But Mendiola did it excellently to see it all the way through. Morello in the edge of the box to just try to poke it towards goal.
No, good effort from Morello there, needless to say. A little bit of difficulty there called on Uranga. A little heavy on the backside there as he tries to defend and not allow for the turn from North Georgia United. Ball sent there though. Gallo able to get in the way. Pushing forward is North Georgia United. Taking a few passes off. Looking for the options, looking for the opportunity. So far, heavy pressure here, though. Tried to force the mistake, but still on the ball is North Georgia United, but not allowed there as the ball gets sent to Brendan Fry. Brendan Fry pushing forward. Oh, but a little too... Wait.
No, finds the feet of Mbomio.
Finds Mbomio there. Mbomio's right on it, trying to beat his man, but unable to get the shot off. Good defensive effort there from North Georgia United. Clear opportunity there from Mbomio, just unable to get the pass or shot off, as the defense for North Georgia United was working really hard on that play.
Jallo in the way to block that ball into the box. Second one cleared. Oh, a little bit of a miscommunication. Cleared twice and blocked. Once off an own teammate. Now a chance for North Georgia at the edge of the box, and they're eventually going to get the offside as that ball came to the North Georgia player.
And I believe that was Valenzuela who got the leg in the way. That was so important. I mean, that could have been a rocket of a shot had he not thrown his leg in the mix like that.
Yeah, so far, North Georgia with 3 shots, all of them blocked. So no shots to Verona to stop just yet. We're about halfway through this first half.
Yeah, definitely a lot slower of a start to the game than I anticipated based off of previous stats. You know, I definitely was thinking, you know, a goal might have happened by now, but huge efforts from both sides, both defensively and offensively. And as we push forward here, here's Lima. Tries to send it in, but a good job there from the North Georgia United keeper and receives that ball and sends it out quickly. On the counterattack now is North Georgia United.
Uranga coming all the way forward to put the pressure. There was no other player from Potros there to press. Now the ball finds Lom, who gets the ball into the back. Morello chasing. At the edge of the box is North Georgia, puts a cross in. All the way to the edge, all the way to the far side. Marietta there. Bradshaw tries to get a foot in. North Georgia still under possession. Looking for a chance to try to create a shot. Here's Marietta. If anyone can do it, it can be him. And he gets a shot. It's blocked off Valenzuela. And a chance for Potros to counter here. And that's going to be a yellow card for North Georgia.
That's definitely a technical foul there. That could have resulted in the goal in the back of the net if Dadinho kept pushing at the speed.
Yeah, a tactical foul pulled Danilo back as he was breaking free. So 1 yellow card apiece here in the 24th minute. But we got to say it's a positive for Potros so far to be doing so well defensively.
Absolutely.
Of course, they were the team with the best defensive record last season. Preseason was not the best defensively for them, but they've done well to stay focused. Now they just have to keep on creating chances and look for that opening goal. Play continues. Here's Marietta. Potros slowing the game down a bit here, not going as direct as they have been. But one thing, again, we mentioned, first game of the season, some players probably still getting up to match fitness. Mendiola did well to come off his box to stop that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Somehow Fry was still onside off of that
Yeah, the flag
pass.
stayed down.
Yep, and that could have been dangerous had he not come out the way he did and read the play.
Yeah, good work from this North Georgia keeper. He's been the difference so far. 2 really great saves, one against Mbomio in the beginning, and then one against Morello a few minutes ago.
Passed off to Bradshaw from Jallo. Bradshaw sends it back to Verona. Verona pushing his players out. Sends it long. Tries to find him Mbomio. Mbomio unable to receive that ball there, but falls in the hand of Morello.
Throw in taken from the spot that the referee didn't want it taken from. They'll have to retake it, and rightly so.
Yeah,
he was about 15 yards ahead of where the ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, a little excited on that throw.
Now Bradshaw's throw finds the feet of Mbomio. Wide to Lima. Lima puts a cross in. Dadinho trying to get to it. Won by North Georgia. Second ball cleared only as far as Morello. Wide to Moreno. Not able to control, and good work there from the North Georgia player. I believe that was Lom coming back to help defensively. Gets his body in the way to win the throw.
A lot of respect for him. He's been all over the field.
Yep, and we mentioned it for the game as well. Emmanuel Lom and Ronald Maraliaga, 2 very dangerous players for North Georgia. Plenty of goals between them over the years. And now a chance, but that one falls only to Marietta. Marietta looking for an option. Has to go back. No, finds Fry forward, actually. Fry getting it to Mbomio quick. Mbomio to the box. Cuts past 1, cuts past 2. Shot! And it's into the back of the net.
Back of the net. A golazo, ladies and gentlemen, from Mbomio. Somehow Fry able to find this mystery pass and get it through the back line, where Mbomio is able to get it not past one player, but one player and the keeper included. Huge job there.
And you got to give credit to Danny Morera getting the start today. The ball fell to his feet. He took his time with it. He waited for the run from Fry and found him, and Mbomio with the second cutback. A little bit of luck with the deflection. Mendiola got off his feet, and it just rolls into the back of the net. But when you're a striker in form, you put it in. It does not matter how. You'll find the back of the net. So that's Nazario and Mbomio for you.
No, and Mbomio was so comfortable there. He took his time, beat his player, and had one. I mean, great job from him. Great composure from him as well.
Yeah, he missed most of the preseason, but does not matter. When you're a natural goal scorer, the ball ends up in the back of the net. So Nazario and Mbomio getting his first goal of the season. Another opportunity here with the back pass, but Georgia did well. Max Clare doing well to get that ball back to the keeper. Mendiola now playing forward. Jallo there tries to control. First ball too heavy. Second ball. Here's North Georgia on the attack. Vega has Lom in front of him. Gets past Uranga. Puts a cross in. Danny Moreno there. So ball cleared. Second ball. And Lom whiffs the ball right in front of goal. Not what you expect from him.
And Dadinho was trying to take that one quick and run it up the line, but unfortunately he was beaten there. North Georgia back on the ball, though. It seems like they're coming with a different intensity now.
Yeah, we did see. I saw one of the midfielders for North Georgia get some instructions from the bench, so it looks like they might have made a change. They might have gone into a back three, as we said. We've seen them do a few times last season. Well, not entirely sure, but they're currently only leaving 3 guys back. Valenzuela getting in the way of that one. Has a chance to break here. And Mbomio with the run forward. Perfectly timed run. And Mbomio from an angle has to get past Mendiola. Does so. Goal!
In the back of the net once again. A perfect pass sent to Mbomio. I'm not quite sure who sent that to him, but Chris will go over it here on the replay for us.
Pedro Valenzuela. Back into the squad, gets an assist early on, a ball, perfectly timed run from Mbomio, perfectly timed pass, sees the open post on the front post, and just passes it into that near post. Potros with a 2-goal lead, only minutes apart. 30th minute, Potros 2, North Georgia 0.
Now, once again, huge composure from Mbomio there. I mean, just receives the ball, pushes forward, and calmly puts it in the back of the net. Love to see him play. Huge from Valenzuela as well with the assist. North Georgia United now moving the ball as they look to break the ice as well.
Valenzuela again pounces, but this touch was too heavy.
North Georgia back on the ball though.
Here's a 1v1 at the edge of the box. Modu Jallo defending. Does well to force the player back. Here's Maradiaga. Maradiaga gets past Bradshaw, looking for a chance to shoot, but Dadinho back and helping to win the ball back now. Plays it to Lima. Lima with pressure. Tried to take it into the space, but double teams from behind and wins the ball back for North Georgia. North Georgia coming forward. Danger not cleared yet. Looking for a chance to cross. Pressure on. Jallo there. Back out wide. Another chance to put across. This time it does come in, but Valenzuela in the way. And the defensive work just continuing for Potros. All of the players, despite the 2-goal lead, helping out in defense. Dadinho coming back. We've seen Mbomio back there as well. But the energy that Pedro Valenzuela brings to this team, he was missed in the last season. The midfield definitely, especially at the beginning of the season, took some time to get into it. Right now, it looks like the midfield is sorted out for Frankie Ruiz.
No, absolutely huge from Valenzuela and Dadinho to come back and show the defensive acumen that he has. Loves to see it.
Header flicked on. Jallo has to clear. Does well. Finds Lima. Lima one time forward. Still under North Georgia's control. North Georgia on the front foot at this moment. And a foul by Dadinho. As the North Georgia player cut back. Dadinho went a little too hard. Last time Potros opened the season at home against North Georgia was that 4-3 win in the fall of 2023 under Ignacio Masis.
Yeah, definitely.
Went down 3-1 at halftime, came back in the second half, won 4-3. That was a fun game, but this one's not showing the same outcome so far.
But definitely does not mean that these Potros can get comfortable.
No, for sure not.
These guys are playing probably with a 2x intensity as to before, and quite frankly, the way it's looking, if they keep with the intensity, if we don't match it, it's very possible that a few hit the back of the net. So comfort is definitely not something we need to find here with this 2-0.
And we've seen it already in bits and pieces, the danger that the North Georgia attack can bring. So far, Potros has had to been 100% focused and working extremely hard to make sure that those chances don't come to anything. So can they keep it up for 90 minutes is the question. North Georgia, again, the last 3 minutes have been all North Georgia's control. Potros not really able to get into the attacking third. Trying to finish the half off strong and not concede a goal. The work there from Lima to come back and defend. Now the ball played forward, but it's going to be too wide and a throw-in for Potros. But again, another game so far, and again, we don't want to speak too early, but Frankie Ruiz so far has gotten this game right.
No, absolutely.
With the starting lineup, all the players, again, only went with one new player in the starting lineup, Sebi Morello.
And so far, he's proven to do really well. So, not even a mistake there. Look on there to Dadinho. Dadinho tried to reach it, but North Georgia United with the clearance.
Lima coming away with it, trying to get past on the far side. Just gets the ball caught underneath him, and here's Maradiaga, but Jallo quick to it to snuff out the danger.
Yeah, good job from Jallo there to just clear it out. Petro Lima was trying to get a little too fancy with it, to an extent, almost looked like a breakdance move. So that one didn't fly off too well, but all good nonetheless.
Lima coming into his third season with Potros. Has been a starter in all 3 seasons. Didn't start immediately when he first joined, but quickly proved the danger that he can bring. Still has some rawness to him, the teenager, and still trying to build up his experience. Here's a chance for Lom at the edge of the box. A nice cut back, but Marietta on the second opportunity blocks it and gets it out, and you can see the celebration. You can see how much it means for him today.
No, absolutely. Moreira is killing it. Truly, he is killing it. Great job given his position and who he's up against.
Limas going back. Finding Orellana.
Hang out the back line is North Georgia United.
Here's Claire.
Dadinho showing some pressure, forcing the pass. Gonna fall to Jallo though. Jallo sends a take of a header, but a push in the back there, I believe.
Yeah.
For a free kick.
It was hard to tell from here, but I think that there was as the North Georgia player tried to go to the header, I think he either stepped on or hit one of the Potros players.
I think it was Uranga.
Yeah. I didn't see exactly the contact, but the referee was there.
Uranga grabbing his shoulder there, so let's hope he's okay.
Cameron Verona sending the ball forward, trying to get it into the attacking third. North Georgia winning everything at the moment in their defensive third.
Gallo going to send it back to Verona. Verona's going to be looking to clear it. Fry picks it up. Tries to find Dadinho, unable to though, unfortunately. North Georgia looking for options. Plays back to the keeper.
Yeah, a lot better play from North Georgia in the last 5 minutes. They've really been winning these duels in the back and making sure they're winning the first and the second, being more calm on the ball. Definitely had some of the new season jitters, it seems, at the beginning. Potros was winning most of the first and second balls.
Yeah, I definitely think it just boiled down to slowing it down a little bit. They were a bit hectic in the beginning there.
Now Potros finally able to get some possession into the attacking third, and Lima losing it right away.
North Georgia pushing forward. Bradshaw, though, defending heavily. Bradshaw still on it, still trying to fight for it, and even forces the throw-in. A good job from Latrell Bradshaw, Mr. 404.
Yeah, Maradiaga has been putting Latrell Bradshaw in difficult situations, but Bradshaw showing his physicality to just keep up with the play and making it difficult for Maradiaga. Another interesting battle. We've been focusing a lot on this near side Lom versus Marietta, but that far side Bradshaw and Maradiaga is another one
And
to watch
Bradshaw
out.
showing his wingspan there. I mean, do you see how high he has the ball? Incredible. Throw in there from Bradshaw. North Georgia, though, possessing.
Valenzuela gets it back into the mix. Falls to the feet of Mbomio, who
that's
came from an
offside.
offside position.
Flag comes up as soon as Mbomio tried to show up on that one. Good effort there, though, from Valenzuela.
Back into play for North Georgia. DeSanto has pressure from Fry, forced to go wide. Now Lima putting the pressure. Ball long, and it's going to be safely out for a throw-in. It'll be interesting to see how the substitutes play a role in this match as well. As we mentioned, first game of the season, some players still getting some minutes in their legs, and although both of these teams did have a pretty good preseason from what we've seen, some preseason friendlies and training coming around, and a lot of returning players on both sides who would have came fresh off that spring season. Now a chance for Potros. A great touch from Darinho to get past his pressure. Still Darinho trying to go himself to the box. Ends up at the feet of Lima. Shot blocked. Now Darinho once again. Darinho, good defense there, but ends up away with a corner.
I don't know. That was definitely some heavy defense there. I don't know if their legs just got tied up or if that was a heavy tackle, but needless to say, good defense from North Georgia United and a good effort there from both Lima and Dadinho on that opportunity. Corner here, though.
It does feel like they're trying to force the ball through the leg sometimes, but they win a corner out of it. Here's a chance. Lima to the back post. Darinho there. His header went backwards, not able to get it towards goal. Long trying to get through. Valenzuela in the way. Valenzuela keeps it in play. Not according to the referee.
It looked close, my friend, I have to tell you. But
Now let's see how they react, because remember in that Asheville FC game, the playoffs, was a similar situation. Ball was called out, and from the throw-in, they were able to launch an attack and throw. So hopefully Potros can learn and accept the referee's call, move on, and focus on the next play, because referees will make mistakes as well.
that was indeed the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, and this one definitely was not as obviously still in as the one back then, but again, can't make any excuses.
We move forward.
A new season, a new opportunity. So far, Nazario and Bomio with 2 goals in this game, giving Potros the 2-0 lead into the 40th minute. 5 minutes to go before halftime, plus added time. Probably won't be too much. Not many stoppages in this first half.
We'll be looking for the ref to signal for that, if any.
And here's Lima getting the ball forward, and Bomio just too far for him. Mendiola doing well so far in this match as well to come off his line and read those balls. Nothing he could have done on the goals.
So far, it's even looking like, to an extent, on certain plays, Mbomio's being double marked.
Valenzuela tried to slip it through to Morello. Morello committing a foul.
Yeah, Morello must not know his own strength on that one, because he spanned the North Georgia player around.
You can see the size difference as well on the field between these players. So something that against somebody closer to his size would probably have been a more even battle.
Yeah.
But you have to know the size of your player when you go into those challenges, or you risk committing a foul.
North Georgia, though, still on the pressure. Mistake there, though. Potros on the ball, pushing forward. I believe that's Lima on it. Sends it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw tries to control, but ultimately the ball rolls out.
Yeah, ultimately I think that was a mistake for Lima to play it back to Bradshaw, who had pressure right on him.
Yeah.
Made a very difficult situation for Bradshaw. North Georgia winning the throw-in. Here's Maradiaga. Gonna try to cut in onto that left foot, as he likes to do his dominant foot. And that one actually goes out for a Potros throw. So just under 4 minutes to go of regular time in the first half. And actually a free kick was called.
Yeah, I think heavy-footed there was Georgia United. Verona's going to be the one to take it, though.
Yeah, trying to get the players up the field. Trying to force the ball into the attacking half. They don't want to keep it in our own half. We want to try to play it there and put the pressure on. We'll see if he can find the head of Mbomio. Here it comes. Just short to Morello. Morello gets the flick. Now Lima with the second flick. A chance here for Brendan Fry. Fry on his left foot. Just got put off by the defender. And a great save. Dadinho on the second ball wins it, but a foul called against Dadinho. That's an interesting call right there. As Dadinho got to the ball first, Mendiola went diving in.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that at all. I mean, because Dadinho definitely touched the ball first.
We'll have to see on the replay, but very interesting decision there from referee Brendan Dunavant. We'll see what exactly happened here as Fry got in, cut it to his left foot. Save from Mendiola, Dadinho getting across. Yeah, not sure what the call was. I mean, it could not have been a dive because it would have been a yellow card if that was the call. He must have said that.
Had the hand, hand on the ball.
That's the only thing that could possibly is maybe from our angle it's not clear, but it definitely did not look like he was in control of that ball.
Back on it is Fry though.
We do know some of the law changes around goalkeepers add some ambiguity about when a goalkeeper's in control of the ball. It says that he must have at least a one hand between the ball and the ground, and it wasn't clear if he did in that situation.
Yeah, but that is entirely objective.
Nonetheless, play continues. Here's Uranga. Not wearing the captain armband today. That will be under Verona today.
It out to Jallo. Jallo pushing forward, finds Bradshaw.
Bradshaw just loses control of the ball, and now Georgia back under possession. Pressure from Lima winning it back cleanly. Here's Lima trying to carry the ball forward. Has Fry with him. Still Lima holding off, and this time goes to Fry. Leaves it for Marietta. Marietta with the cross in to the back post. Nobody there.
I don't know. I have to say that was a little bit greedy from Lima. He could have dropped that off quite early.
He had the option to play it earlier, but waited for Marietta to get forward, and unfortunately the cross was behind all the Potros players. Fry playing it in front of Marietta. Marietta wasn't ready for it, and now a chance for North Georgia. Here's Emmanuel Long. Has a runner with him. Gets it to him. Bradshaw covering through the middle. Cuts inside, a shot.
Oh, huge from Verona there. That was a great shot from North Georgia United. Verona, though, already on his toes and ready for that one.
Yep, and first real opportunity from Verona to actually have to make a save in this match. All the other shots on target were blocked by a defender. And he did well to keep his hands on it. And now Lima on the far side loses possession again. Now trying to come back and defend. Lima wins it back. A chance for Lima to make up. Here's a ball to Mbomio. Mbomio at the edge of the box. Looking for an opportunity. Cuts inside. Balls to Lima with the outside of his foot. It's on target, but not enough to test the keeper.
1
minute of added time going to be here as we expected. Not much. Not a lot of stoppages in this first half. Brendan Donovan, referee, signals for 1 added minute. So we're in added time now. North Georgia trying to get something back before the break. Marietta and Uranga working together. Marietta ends up clearing it out for a goal kick. Let's take a look at that opportunity from North Georgia United as they've managed to get the ball here to Lom. Played it through the middle. I believe that's Vega. Vega cutting inside, trying to find that near far post, and Verona got his hands to it. Now back into live play. Only a few seconds left to go in this half. Potros putting the pressure on. Dadinho not able to keep it in, but stops North Georgia from getting out of the defensive third.
Yeah, definitely putting this first half on ice now. Huge play from our Potros this first half. Just the pressure, the effort, I mean, the chemistry, it's working out really well thus far. Long receives that ball, sends it forward instantly, forces Verona to come out. Verona comes out.
And that's going to be the halftime whistle. So Potros FC going into the half with a 2-0 lead thanks to 2 goals from Nazario Mbomio, last season's Golden Boot winner, taking his first step towards defending his title as the Golden Boot. And Potros will be back in the second half to try to kill this game off. We'll be back to bring you that second half. Any thoughts, Richard, on that first half?
Honestly, the only thing I have to say is, a huge effort from Potros. We definitely can't get comfortable with this lead. North Georgia has proven on multiple occasions in that first half how dangerous they can be, especially with the true test that Verona actually had. So I think it's just going to be really important for our Potros to remain humble and keep pushing with the same intensity and keep looking for those same openings.
We'll be back in just a few minutes to bring you that second half, and we'll also bring you the first half highlights before then. So stick with us, and we'll see you there. Welcome back as we get ready for the second half. Potros FC going into the break with a 2-0 lead thanks to 2 goals from Nazario and Bomio in short amount of time in between them, 27th and 30th minute. Between the 2 goals, you can see the stats from the first half. Potros with 11 shots to North Georgia's 5. Only 1 shot that tested the keeper for North Georgia. 3 shots on target. 2 of them were blocked. Potros with 7 shots on target. And the stats pretty much line up with the scoreline. But second half, we'll have a lot to come. We'll take a look at the first half highlights to see exactly what happened. So we can see early on in this match, in the 4th minute, this opportunity from Nazario and Bomio from the tight angle shot block. The rebound from Dadinho was too high. And then another opportunity here in the 21st minute, of period of time where the team were just setting up defensively. But this one here, the ball came from Oranga. Morello with the outside of the foot. Put it on target. Mendiola quick across his line to get the block. And then came the first goal in the 27th minute. Marietta picking up a loose ball, taking his time, finding Fry. Fry getting it into the box from Bomio. And Bomio's shot takes a little bit of deflections and rolls into the back of the net to put Potros up 1-0. Only a few minutes later, in the 29th minute, this ball from Valenzuela got in Bomio with a perfectly timed run. Saw the keeper, left the front post open, passed it in behind, and Potros with the 2-0 lead. This one, opportunity for Brendan Fry, came down to his left foot. Shot was saved. Rebound, Dadinho got to it, but a foul was called on Dadinho there, and nothing came from that attack. And then North Georgia finally getting a chance to create some danger here with Emmanuel Lam on the counter, playing it in for, we believe that was Vega, who cuts inside, trying to find the far post. Verona, quick across his line with safe hands to keep it in. So final talks, final preparations for the second half. Don't think we're going to see any changes for Potros going into the second half. They will now have the sun in their favor. As Richard mentioned, Richard Carvajal alongside me here at Marietta High School getting ready to kick off second half. How are you feeling?
Feeling great. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Both teams are giving it everything they have, despite what the scoreboard says. North Georgia United is working just as hard. Potros are working equally as hard. The results just happen to fall in favor, considering, one of those was what we would consider a fairly lucky deflection and, things of that nature. But needless to say, 2-0 going into the second half. Everyone loves to have that feeling. We just need to keep the pressure, keep the intensity, and not get too comfortable. I think that's going to be the biggest thing here, because one team is going to be coming into this second half with a bit of anger and with a bit of want to find a result, and the other team is going to come in with with 2 goals already behind them, and that could cause a difference of pace or effort.
Yeah, the main talking point of that first half was Nazario and Bomio returning to this fall season, returning with Potros after winning the Golden Boot in the last season, starting his season off strong with 2 goals right off the bat. Despite missing the majority of preseason, came back like as if he never missed a beat.
Really?
And gets his 2 goals early on. We'll try to add to that in the second half. And I think one of the key things we'll see in the second half as well is the substitutes for Potros. They've got some really exciting faces, some new faces, some returning faces on the bench who can all play an impact in this game. Go through that list real quickly. We've got Benji Prophet as the backup goalkeeper for Cameron Verona today. He was with the club last season, made 1 appearance in the Fountain City FC game, and has been predominantly featuring with the U23 squad in preseason, but hasn't impressed and got the call-up today to back up Cameron Verona. Hayden Macias and Amadou Danfa are 2 new players who have recently joined in late into preseason, came in to bolster the squad, and will be options for Frankie Ruiz. Matt Mitchell, a new player as well, midfielder who came from San Diego UPSL team, and joins this Potros squad, adding some extra depth and experience there. Jimmy Lee Noel, Kwesi Paul, and Sean McKeever, 3 returning players from last season, all key players. One of the surprises of this game is Kwesi Paul starting on the bench.
Yep.
Although he did miss most of the preseason as well, but no doubt that his experience will be very helpful in this match. With the 2-0 lead coming off the bench, we'll see if he makes an appearance, but we likely will see Kwesi Paul in this match. And then Jonathan Valverde, another new player coming into the team, previously played with Atlanta City FC and was the captain of that team that ended up winning the playoffs and went to the national playoff. He comes into this Potros squad to help strengthen. And Daniel Rohr also returns to the squad after a season away with Georgia Revolution. He's come back. He's impressed Frankie Ruiz in preseason and gets the call-up. Not to mention a lot of other new players and returning players who didn't make the call-up today. Some lacking match fitness, some still integrating into the squad, but will likely get opportunities throughout the season. A big, strong squad depth for Frankie Ruiz, splitting his time this season with Potros and Reinhardt University, where he's the men's head coach as well. So we are happy to see him back on the sideline today. Sean McKeever stepping up into a leadership role with the team as well. He starts on the bench today, but will definitely play a part throughout the season, both as a player on the field as well as off the field, helping to fill in when Frankie Ruiz has scheduling conflicts.
Absolutely. And I'm actually glad that you brought up the squad depth because, looking at this bench is just as scary as the starting lineup. And I mean, that's gotta feel really good as a coach to multiple big names, multiple players that we know can produce and can make things happen. And needless to say, the starting 11 is doing exactly what they need to do. So just moving forward, I think we're looking at this game and looking forward. I think we're in positive standings for this.
Another key player who's back in the squad this season, not in the roster today, but that's Aaron Witten. He has rejoined the squad as a player after last season, predominantly helping as an assistant coach. He split his time playing in the USL 2 with Apotheos FC. Had some other opportunities as well, but he's back in the squad with Potros this season, not in the call-up today as he's still building up to match fitness, but will be another cog in the machine, as they say, that will give and to pull out another analogy, another puzzle piece in this Potros team as they look to try to repeat and get the back-to-back championship, try to defend their title. Premier Division is structured slightly differently this season, split into two zones. Potros FC and North Georgia United will fall into the zone alongside other returning UPSL Premier teams, being FC Birmingham, who avoided relegation due to the realignment of the division. LSA Norcross Pro, formerly Limeño, Georgia, rebranded this season. They got a 5-1 win yesterday and sit at the top of the table currently. They defeated SSL, another returning team who's in the zone with Potros and North Georgia. Dalton United as well. They had their match postponed this season. And then returning into the Premier Division is Atlanta United Academy. After taking a couple seasons off, they return back in the season. And then rounding up the zone, Scenic City Soccer Club out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, got promoted from Division I last season. They started off with a draw with FC Birmingham yesterday. So this is the final match of Zone 2. Zone 1 also got underway this weekend. The surprising result there was Palangi Pro Profile falling to Atletico Buford as we get ready to kick off here in the second half. North Georgia going to be getting us underway. And here we go. The ball back into play. Don't see any changes for North Georgia that I can recognize. It just looks like some players were moved around to different positions. We'll see as the game goes on if we recognize any new players. But North Georgia going to be looking to try to fight back into this game. They had a good spell of momentum at the end of the first half. Didn't really create too much. And early on, Modu Jallo getting a tackle in. Now a quick chance here, and Bomio at the edge of the box, looking to create some space for himself to get a shot. Still with Bomio, and just takes it one too many touches, and ball given away. Now North Georgia with a chance to attack. Out wide to Lum. Danny Morera still continuing on that far side against Lum. Lum carrying the ball forward. Morera gets in the way. Ball finds a wide player. Cross coming in early behind Uranga, but the touch was too far behind, and Uranga was able to recover and get it out of danger.
Morello pushing the ball forward, finding Fry. Fry leaving it off to Bradshaw. Bradshaw looking for his options. Gets it back to Morello. Morello switches that ball out.
Morera tried to find Dadinho's feet, but it was too far behind him. Second opportunity, bounces above Fry, and North Georgia back under possession. You can see the coach of North Georgia, Kenneth Fesuhene, doing a great job with this program over the last couple of years. Last season was a bit of a drop-off after starting the season strong. They had a series of defeats and draws and fell out of the playoff picture at the final stages, trying to bounce back. And you can see they were able to keep Fesuhene at the helm, and he's got them playing good football. Just need to try to find results this season.
That's Bradshaw clearing that ball, gets it to Lima. Lima fending off his defenders, finds Valenzuela. Valenzuela crossing it out to Marietta. Marietta beats one, sends it out, tries to find Mbomio on that one. Heavy on the pass, of course, but Mbomio able to just try to chip it. But heavy on the hit there, unfortunately, and that's going to result in a goal kick. Eve, the ref, is going to have some words with coach here. Oh, and that's a yellow card to the coach for North Georgia United. Probably a little too expressive, the coach.
We'll take a look at that play again. Apologies, we got the wrong clip up.
North Georgia keeper sending it out. Morello. Moreira. Heavy on the foot there, trying to find Dadinho, resulting in North Georgia receiving the ball back. Georgia playing out the backfield now. Trying to create some possession there. Unable to beat the Potros though. Bit of a blunder there, but ultimately back in the hands of the keeper for North Georgia United. Playing out the back line once again is North Georgia United. Heavy pressure from Dadinho there, forces the mistake. Valenzuela receives the ball off of that mistake. Looking for options, tries to turn, unable to, but results in a Potros throw-in.
We'll see here. Yeah, not sure what I think the coach was felt that Nazario Mbomio had a little bit of a push. I believe that's the only thing I could see from that play that the coach might have been upset about as he put the pressure on. It was a little bit of a shove, and I don't think the coach liked that the referee allowed it. But nonetheless, play continues. Coach Fesuhene still talking with the fourth official.
Thrown in. Georgia, the ball, clears it. Bradshaw now looking for that ball. Sends it back to Jallo. Jallo finds Morello. Morello to Bradshaw. Bradshaw tries to get through on that, but heavy on. Wasn't sure if he was going to push it forward or pass the ball out to Lima. Now once again, North Georgia playing out the back line. Sends it long.
Flag's going to come up.
Offsides there for Tran.
Good work from the defensive line to hold the shape. And Lom just made his run too early. Went into an offside position.
Bradshaw quickly sends it to Uranga, and Uranga to Jallo. Jallo comes forward a little, looking for options. Finds Morello. Morello moving. Finds Mbomio. Mbomio to Lima.
Has a run on the far side, but goes short to Dadinho instead. Dadinho now playing forward to Morello, who flicks it onto Mbomio!
And finds the back of the net. What a beautiful, beautiful pass, beautiful play, and I mean, huge way to find the back of the net there.
What a flick from Morello to set up Mbomio to complete his hat trick. 50 minutes into the season, first hat trick of the season. It's something that he's done many times last season as well, and he continues again. Nazario Mbomio, the Equatorial Guinean, getting another goal to his name. I believe that's his 15th in a Potros shirt.
And incredible to say, I don't think that's the last hat trick we are going to see for him.
See that play again as Dadinho played it. Morello just enough to flick it onto Mbomio, and that shot to the far post was nowhere to be seen by Mendiola into the far corner. Potros 3, North Georgia 0, back underway.
Marietta quickly picks it up. Here's Morello again, trying to play it in behind for Lima. Flag stays down. Lima in a tight angle, plays it across the goal to the far post. And oh! Goal!
Morello has been absolutely prolific here. I mean, sends the ball out to Lima. Lima, cool, calm, and collected, sends it to Mbomio, who just calmly finds the back of the net. The chemistry, the play style, just everything working here.
And now Potros establishing themselves, currently tied for the top of the table with LSA Norcross Pro with that game, depending on other results. And Mbomio gets his 4th goal of the match, 4-0 to Potros, always in the right place. That's a true striker right there. We got to keep an eye on Nazario and Mbomio and see what's next for him in his career.
No, absolutely unequivocal, just huge play from the Potros here. Love to see it. And Lima receives this ball.
The pressure continues, and Potros just all over this North Georgia team now. Ball into the box by Bradshaw, but Mendiola does well to deal with it. And he's got the eyes, the sun in his eyes this half. It's going to be difficult to deal with those balls into the box.
And honestly, a testament to Verona, too. I mean, for him to do the save that he did and you know, the work that he's put in, a great job from him to keep the score at this clean sheet.
And also great work from this defensive midfield of Potros to just, in that first half, only one shot that really Verona had anything to do with, because all the rest of them had bodies in front blocking everything.
Absolutely.
We saw Jallo putting his body. We saw Valenzuela. We even saw Lima and Mbomio coming back, and even Darinho defending.
Darinho, yep. Darinho all the way back for the assistance.
Another great showing from Frankie Ruiz's team. Should have been the coach of the season last season.
That's why we have this year.
Cameron Verona had the fewest goals conceded last season as well. Did not win the Golden Glove. Instead, that was given to the fallen player from Kalanji Pro Profile who unfortunately lost his life last season. Chance for Potros to add to their lead, and Mbomio once again maybe getting an assist, but no, he tried to do it himself and ends up losing it there. Just he's on that purple patch. He got a little bit excited there, but probably should have laid that one off for a teammate. Bradshaw. Oh, a misplay there for Bradshaw.
Yeah, I tried to find Darinho, but a little weak on the pass there.
Darinho electing not to make the foul, giving North Georgia the chance to come forward. They get it across. Morena in the way.
Oh, Morena with the acrobatic. I mean, just what are you doing with your leg there?
he realized he wasn't going to get to the ball, and he just threw his body in front, and it did enough to put Lom off in front of the goal.
Morena, at least to me, has been one of the highlight players for that backline.
You can see how much it means to these players to defend their home field, defend the championship against a rival. And there's Morello once again in the way. And Mbomio coming away with a loose ball, tried to flick it onto a teammate, but no one was there. Here's Lom from a dangerous position. Can he create? Tries the shot himself in the front post, and easy for Verona to see that one into his hands.
Yeah, Verona snagged that one up quick. Oh, no question or concern there. It out quick to Valenzuela. Valenzuela is with Morena. Morena sends it forward, finds Darinho. Darinho moving forward, sends the ball forward to Mbomio. Mbomio may be able to reach it. Nope, unfortunately, not able to. North Georgia United now on the attack, but with Fry in tow.
The effort for Brendan Fry to come back on that. Love to see it from the young midfielder. Oh, Lima nearly picking that one out, but North Georgia still under possession. Here's DeSanto. Gets past the pressure from Mbomio, trying to get into the forward position, but his pass was too soft, and Lom started making the run forward. He was expecting the ball over the top. Now Fry getting forward, doesn't have any support, but wins a free kick instead. As the North Georgia player went late for the tackle. And looks like we'll see a substitute for North Georgia United in the 57th minute.
Looks like we're seeing one for Potros as well. I believe
two subs, actually. Oh, no, sorry, just one.
That's going to be Amadou Danfa coming in. The young 19-year-old from Senegal recently joined the preseason look and immediately impressed. We'll get to see him for his first time in a Potros shirt. Cross into the box, nobody there on the back post. Lima watching it bounce, but now puts the pressure and forces the clearance. Jallo gets to it first. Brings it under control. Jallo trying to play it wide to Morello, but wins a throw. Now we will see those subs.
That is Danfa. He will be coming in with the 59. Coming off
Brendan
is
Fry.
Fry. A round of applause there for Brendan Fry. A huge statement from him. Great work ethic. No complaints on this side.
Yep, and got himself an assist today as well. Played really hard on the defensive end and put pressure on and repeatedly gave a great 57 minutes today. And now we get to see the young Amadou Danfa get his debut with Potros there in the midfield, wearing the yellow boots, wearing number 59 today. I believe we have him down as 62 on the graphics. He's actually wearing number 59. Ball into the box, and Dadinho was there to keep it in play. Now the pressure forcing North Georgia to clear long. Uranga's going to pick it up at the half field, inside of the center circle. Uranga carrying the ball forward himself. Goes to Danfa. Quick flick from him, wide to Valenzuela. Valenzuela trying to get into a crossing position. Has to beat a man first. Gets it into the box, but a little too softly. And now Danfa's going to come across. A nice touch from him. Morello coming forward. Morello running into traffic, and North Georgia come away. Maradiaga can't find his teammate, and Jallo's in the way again. Bradshaw forcing to go back to Verona. Takes his time.
No, good job there from Bradshaw, though. I mean, he had two on him. He was able to control and get it back to Verona calmly. Good job from Bradshaw.
Verona looking to play behind. Again with the sun in the face of the North Georgia players. Morello with the long shot, grabbing his leg. It looks like maybe having a bit of cramp, but this one for Dadinho. Nearly fall for him. Good work from the defender from North Georgia to pounce on that one and avoid the shot. Ball now stopped as two North Georgia players stretching out in the back line. Needing attention from the athletic trainer. Athletic trainer today, Mindy Ruiz. North Georgia players again. We mentioned it a few times in the first half, but first game of the season, some of these players still building up to match fitness, still coming off of preseason, maybe not fully there yet. Some of them may not have a full 90 minutes in their legs.
Well, I'm not sure if that was the player that had the heavy hit against Morello. Like, I'm actually so shocked that Morello is completely fine off of that one. And that was in pretty much bullets colliding with each other.
Yeah, definitely a physical battle between these two teams. And while we have this stoppage, we'll take a second to talk about our newly established U23 team that will be competing in the UPSL Division 1 this season. It's part of the program growth to introduce this U23 team, which will be led by Abraham Macias. So he was an assistant coach last season, will take over the U23s. They get underway in a couple of weeks. The weekend of September 20th will be their opening match. We will bring you some of those home matches as well on our YouTube channel, so make sure to subscribe so you can keep up. We'll try to bring you as many games as possible this season between both teams on our YouTube channel. Some of our away games may be shown in other places. We'll make sure to keep you up to date on social media. Now the ball's back into play, and North Georgia will get us back underway.
That's a quick startup from North Georgia as they push forward.
A couple of substitutes getting ready. I believe that's Kwesi Paul lining up at the half field. So we'll see the experienced Grenadian center back help to solidify this game. Here's a chance. Maradiaga dribbling forward, fouled by Modou Jallo. 10th foul of the game by Potros. Free kick. It's a bit far from goal. Will be difficult to
think about shooting, but will probably put a cross in. Although we've seen Emmanuel Lum score some impressive free kicks, this one might be too far to really be dangerous, but we never know what he might pull out. Let's see what he decides to do. Cross comes in, only as far as Valenzuela. Clearance in the feet of Darinho. Darinho's ball forward, and Mbomio was in his own half. Balls to the feet of Mbomio. Has a runner in front of him. Finds Danfa, who gets in behind, but the defender for North Georgia gets his foot in the way. Ball kept into play, only to the feet of Mbomio. Mbomio carrying the ball forward. Out wide to Darinho. Darinho has a runner coming on with him. That's Marietta. Marietta!
I don't think that Marietta should have taken the extra touch personally.
Yeah, I think his momentum of the run forward just forced him to take that extra touch. But does win a a corner kick. And that will be the end of the day for Sebi Morello. A debut for him. Had got an assist and will be replaced by Kwesi Paul.
No, a great job there to Morello. he did, incredible work there. Multiple wins in the defensive third, multiple wins in the offensive. That assist that he had was absolutely crucial. Good job from Morello.
A nice time for Paul to come in, gets his head to the corner and doesn't get it on target, but his first touch of the game from the corner nearly found himself on the score sheet.
And that's Mr. Paul once again adding to the header stat. This guy at least 90% of the time is winning a ball that comes in the air.
Yeah, we talked about it many times last season about how well he does at winning aerial duels. We wish we had the stats on how many he wins. We believe it would be well into the 90%. He slips into the midfield today, actually.
Oh, okay.
So a new position for Kwesi Paul under Potros, under Frankie Ruiz. We'll see what he can bring from the midfield.
Definitely going to be interesting to see Paul in this position, as he is more commonly the center.
That one bounces over him, but only into the feet of Jallo, and now Uranga can clean it up and get it back to Verona. Verona enjoying the shade. Hasn't had a lot to do in this half, and that's going to be a foul called.
Yeah, push in the back there on Darinho. That could have just boiled down to momentum. Didn't look aggressive or purpose.
And unfortunately for the fans in the chat, missing Brendan Fry as he was subbed off. But he will be back. We'll probably see plenty of him throughout the season, so make sure to tune in week after week and see all your favorite players. And again, a lot of players who didn't make it onto the squad today who will likely play a part at some point in the season as well. Here's Danfa. Danfa plays it through to Darinho. Shot blocked. Second ball cleared. Hits off his own teammate and ends up at the hands of Mendiola. Darinho, a bit of a quiet game today, but still influential as always. Jallo misjudged that ball. And now the ball cleared and falls to the middle. Marietta didn't deal with it. And North Georgia trying to create, but Paul actually able to get to it and plays it back to Verona. 65 minutes done. 25 minutes to go. Two changes for Potros, Kwesi Paul, and Amadou Danfa coming into this match. Uranga on the ball, playing the ball forward. Falls to the feet of North Georgia. Finding Maradiaga, trying to find a shot with his left foot, and saved by Verona. A great save there.
That was a really good shot there. Definitely had Verona thinking on that one.
Yep, and again, Ronald Maradiaga, the Honduran, with been at the top of the goal scoring charts season after season since his arrival in the UPSL with North Georgia as well. And we know what he can do. That one, not able to find the back of the net this time. Verona was quick to it.
Quick throw in here from the keeper for North Georgia United as they push forward. Getting it out wide there.
You look at Potros' opening fixtures and you feel pretty confident that next week they'll travel to FC Birmingham, the team who last season finished in last place. And then they'll host SSL FC after that. So two fixtures that you would expect to come up with a win. Although, in
UPSL, you can never count your chickens before they hatch, as they say.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
every game can be a battle. This game, despite the scoreline, has been a battle as well. But
I think
Potros just showing why they won the championship last season.
I think we ate our words a few times last season with thinking that it would be easy on paper.
Right. Sometimes we do tend to make the games harder on ourselves sometimes. But not so far today. So far, it's been a pretty comfortable showing, especially the second half. Potros has been under control. North Georgia got a few more changes on the field, some fresh legs trying to make an impact. But they'll have to get the ball off of Potros, who's been controlling this game so far. Uranga looking for the run of Bradshaw, who came forward, finds him and brings it down into an attacking position. Here's Lima from the edge of the box, goes for the shot, gets blocked. Ball's back to Lima with a little bit of luck, but his second ball does not find Bradshaw. It's too heavy.
I love the communication from Bradshaw to Uranga and Uranga's vision there as well. Bradshaw had communicated to Uranga from like the 40-yard line that he was going to go for that run. And Uranga, with the vision and the ability that he has, able to complete the pass.
Yeah,
Huge from both.
Two players who have a history, both graduated from the same class and played together in high school. Along with Dadinho was there as well. So 3 players from that team on the field right now. Here's a chance for Dadinho into the box and not able to get his foot on it as we usually see him do.
Love Dadinho's ability. He's on it again once more. Sends it in. Hits off of a North Georgia player though, unfortunately. And still in control is North Georgia as they clear it out. But as I was saying before, I love the way that Dadinho is able to weave through the defenders and find an opening for himself. Huge from him. North Georgia on the attack now as they come out from the wide.
Marietta puts the challenge in.
Yeah, Marietta just not willing to be.
Again, he needs to be careful. He's on a yellow card, although they haven't been testing him as much in the second half as they did in the first half. And a chance for North Georgia to get the shot. Oh, that is
absolutely hits the back of the net. What a golazo. Wow.
Potros just sat off, allowed him to have the space, and that's what happens when you allow these players, the talent that North Georgia has, when you allow them to get some space, they will punish you. And take a look at that one again. What a shot there. Didn't get who was the goal scorer. We'll try to see. A great shot to the bar post, finishing it there for North Georgia, getting them back into the game. 4-1 in the 70th minute. Couple of changes here for Potros. Jimmy Lee Noel and Sean McKeever will enter the match, replacing Dadinho and Pedro Lima.
Going to be some heavy shoes to fill here, as Dadinho, known for his movement, Lima, known for his ability to get through players. Going to be important for these players to continue producing the way that they have been, because that goal might have just started something. You never know.
Ball back into play. 2 new wingers on for Potros, giving a little bit of fresh legs to attack on these far sides. Kwesi Paul under the ball. Looking for an option to play through the middle. Finds Valenzuela, who's shifted out to this near side. Has pressure, cuts back. And now back to Mo Jallo. Benjamin Uranga sees the run of Jimmy Lee Noel, who was held back. No call given. Assistant referee on the near side missed it as well, but there was a grab of the shirt as Jimmy Lee Noel tried to run forward.
Oh, and knowing Noel's speed, he absolutely may have gotten there. A good pass there, though, to McKeever.
Try with the outside of the boot to give Mbomio through. Maradiaga. A little bit of a fresh breath of life into this North Georgia team as they come forward again.
Good footwork there, but even heavier work from Uranga there. Wasn't allowing the turn. Uranga able to make all that happen without the foul, but Valenzuela comes in with the heavy chop, and it's going to be a dangerous free kick.
As we mentioned, a yellow card shown to Sean McKeever. I'm not sure why.
First minutes in the game.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure I understand. Yeah, I think gave the wrong card.
Yeah, I think the card was shown to McKeever, but by accident, it was actually Valenzuela who committed the foul. So I believe the referee corrected it. So we believe the yellow card was shown to Pedro Valenzuela, and the yellow card to Sean McKeever was by accident.
Considering McKeever wasn't in the play.
Yeah, unless McKeever did something else that we're not aware of. The yellow card was for Valenzuela, so we'll give it to him and for the time being, and we'll find out later on if either of those get another yellow, if what decision was made or not. But first, they got to defend this free kick. It's going to be Emmanuel Lom and Ronald Maradiaga over it. One right-footed, one left-footed. Offer two different types of shots. Lom coming up to it, goes for the shot. It's on target. Verona punches away.
Verona had to work hard on that one.
And again, North Georgia with this new momentum into the game. That goal, getting them back in. They believe that they can come back, but the next few minutes will help determine. Here's Maradiaga into the box. Paul gets across to it, gets a touch to the ball. Noel gets to that one first. Noel with some space. All but the ball, all ball. Tries to play it across to Mbomio in the middle, and Mbomio tried to flick it on. Here's a chance for Moreta, who came forward. Moreta might be his last chance of the game, but it's blocked. That will be a goal kick.
What a good effort, though, from the team there. I mean, incredible play, pushing forward in unison, moving together. Love the counterattack exhibited there.
Yeah.
I personally thought that a dangerous play was going to be called on Jimmy Lee, but interestingly enough, that was not called. It was pretty high up, that ball.
He did get his foot to the ball, did not make any contact with the player. It's the referee's discretion at that point, whether he believed he put the other player in danger. And now we will see another debut for Potros as Caden Macias comes in to replace Danny Moreta in that right back position. Moreta making his final action of the match on that counter attack. Foul there by Jimmy Lee Noel. Referee going to be showing a yellow card to him as well.
Dangerous.
Five substitutes for Potros. They have two more remaining. They've still got Mitchell, Matt Mitchell. They've got Daniel Rohr, and they've got Jonathan Valverde, and then they've got Benji Profet as the back keeper. A little bit of confusion as North Georgia ends up with the ball again. Chance to come forward. DeSanto with the shot. Can't find the target.
And North Georgia definitely not trying to leave this game quietly.
No, they're putting all the effort to try to come back into this game. That goal definitely gave them a little bit of hope. And Potros having to deal with the pressure coming on. The first, 70 minutes of the second, or first, up until the 70th minute of the second half was quite calm for the Potros defense. And that goal definitely changed the tide of the game, and now the pressure's on.
Yeah, it definitely seems like the back line is having to work quite a bit more. But we move regardless. Jallo coming out with the ball, looking for options. Tries to send it quickly to McKeever. Long ball. McKeever's still trying to win that, but he's tag teamed, and the ref calls a free kick there.
Sean McKeever trying to build off of his momentum that he had in the playoffs last season, playing against his former club at North Georgia United.
Looks like Valenzuela is going to be the one to take this one. Not too sure that he'll go for it, but you never know given this position and the way he's lining up.
He's got Paul as an option as well as Rose Uranga in that far post. Goes to put the ball there. Paul doesn't get to it. Uranga didn't get to it either, and it's going to fall all the way through for a goal kick.
As we approach the minute 80, how are you feeling, Chris?
The goal, 4 goals from Nazario and Bomeo, definitely giving Potros a little bit of breathing room, but they'll definitely want to keep the pressure on and try to get another one. Again, they're fighting with goal difference as LSA Norcross won 5-1 yesterday, so another goal or two could put them solely in first place on goal difference.
Yep.
So it's no need to slow down at this point. They win another free kick.
I completely agree with that. Definitely one of those things where it's not a bad plan to start at the top of the table. So they definitely need to keep it pushing. A goal or two might make the difference by the end of the season.
North Georgia United, one of 3 teams that Potros FC will be facing twice this season. With the realignment, there's 8 teams in Zone 2 of the Premier Division. So every team will play each other once, and each team will play another 3 opponents twice. For Potros, North Georgia, Scenic City, and Birmingham will be those 3 teams. Here's a chance for Danfa. From the free kick. Took a touch from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I mean that was on. Yeah, that was a really good shot, but the keeper was able to get it, keep it out of the back of the net, and now that's going to be a corner here. Good job from Danfa.
Corner kick for Potros. The longer they can keep the ball in the attacking third, the easier they can close out this game. Here's a chance. Noel putting the ball to the backside. Paul there.
And there's Paul. Paul unable to find the back of the net on that one.
Yeah, shouts from the North Georgia defenders for a handball, but nothing given. And now a yellow card shown to North Georgia for the foul on Valenzuela. So North Georgia not happy with that decision. They felt that the ball came from the hand of Kwesi Paul, and the assistant referee with his flag up on the far side. We'll see what he has to say once he gets the attention of the center, Brendan Dunovan. And a yellow card shown to one of the North Georgia staff. I believe that's Salvador Grimaldo. He's known for...
choice words.
Yes. We've seen season after season. The beauty of North Georgia home games is that the camera's set up right behind the bench so you can hear everything he says. And he's not a stranger to being shown cards from the bench. Shot from Valenzuela on the near post, saved by Mendiola. Just putting danger again with the sun in his face, trying to make it difficult for him. Anything can happen. Just putting it on target.
And that sun is perfectly staying just for the keeper. Rough.
Pressure from Danfa, wins it back. Danfa tries the chip, but it's not going to test the keeper there.
I think personally, Danfa thought he was going to get called for the little aggressivity shown, and then he just tried to get one off quickly.
Yeah, it wasn't a very hard push. He did have his hands on the back, but it was very soft, if anything. And that's going to be the day for Pedro Valenzuela. Got an assist to his name. A great return to the club. Goes into the top 10 appearances with this match, and will be able to build on that throughout the season. His day is done. He'll be replaced by Matt Mitchell.
Matt Mitchell coming on.
Matt Mitchell, another player making their debut, as we mentioned. A lot of new players coming into this Potros squad. Only one of them starting today, and that was, I believe, intentional from Frankie Ruiz, trying to make sure that a experienced team starts off the season, but then having the new faces come off the bench gives them time to integrate into the squad, get used to the system, get used to the speed of the league, the opponents, and now we can see how this squad will build throughout the season. Paul in the middle.
Not allowing. Conley returns it to Verona.
And this is where Potros can really kill off the match as they find the ball there, but it's not going to do it if they give the ball away like that. And now a chance for North Georgia.
The ball comes forward. Uranga getting in the way. What great tackle there from Uranga.
No, huge play from Uranga there. Even to an extent, Uranga almost even exaggerates to show that he's not fouling the player.
Yeah,
incredible.
All he had to do was put his body in between the ball and the player and allow it to roll off him, and the player had nothing he could do about it. Here's McKeever putting pressure. North Georgia finding the space in the middle. Mitchell there to put the pressure, and a missed touch falls to Mbomio. Now Danfa. Danfa with a great ball through. Can Mbomio add, but it's just too far from him.
Little heavy for Mbomio, but I loved it.
Bradshaw winning the ball back in the midfield. Playing the ball forward to Noel. Noel with some hands on him, trying to get control, and wins a free kick.
It's going to be a dangerous free kick as well. Roughly almost the 20-yard line.
Noel's over it. I think he might want to try a shot just about 32, 33 yards from goal. He leaves it for Danfa.
Danfa's already had a decent free kick as well.
Chips it into the box, looking for Mbomio, but just bounces in front of him, and Mendiola comes away with it again.
I do enjoy that idea, though. It was really controlled. It was a little too heavy. Uranga receives that ball. Sends it out. Falls at the feet of a North Georgia United defender.
Not the best clearance from the keeper. Mitchell comes away with it, still fighting for the ball. Here's Mitchell, flicks it on to McKeever, but McKeever can't get under control. North Georgia, once again, a chance to break here, but Modu Jallo read it like a book. Oh, Kwesi Paul taking off the ball. Uranga with a nice tackle there.
There's Uranga once again showing his colors.
And Macias fouled on the follow-through there. Yellow card to the North Georgia player. Macias getting it back into play, playing across to Jallo, who has plenty of time and space. Gets it to Bradshaw on the near side. Jallo once again, this time trying to play it behind to McKeever. McKeever controlling.
Love the control from McKeever there. Just unable to keep it going.
Keeps it in play. Tries a little elastico. Gets past one and receives a free kick for it. What a nice little skill there from McKeever.
I love the effort from him there.
Pulled
Good
out
job.
the Ronaldinho inside of him. Let's take a look at that again. Just get the relics of it on the replay, but a nice little elastico in the near side. Get past his man. Danfa and
Mitchell, I believe.
yeah, Mitchell over the ball. A left foot and a right foot.
So far, Danfa's been doing a great job with these free kicks. It wouldn't shock me if he was to hit it again.
Danfa put it to the near post, flicked on, but it's going to be a corner. Came off of the North Georgia player.
And it was looking great there up until the North Georgia player deflected it. Still a decent corner for your Potros.
We'll expect a little bit more time added in this half. I'm expecting probably 3 or 4 minutes.
And we will definitely be on the lookout for that signal, but as of now, it is unknown.
Corner kick here. Jimmy Noel to take it. Has targets in the box. Can he pick one out all the way to the back post? Paul up.
It's almost like he was looking for Paul. Paul able to find that.
And falls to Mbomio. The flag goes up. Would not have counted either way.
I tell you what, if that ball is close enough to Kwesi Paul's head, I'm already excited. I mean, it is ridiculous.
Too many bodies in the way to cleanly get it on target, but the quick cameo appearance from Kwesi Paul off the bench today. We'll expect him to probably start a lot more matches this season. And Omar Barrow, his usual partner, out with an injury today. It's a minor injury. We expect to see him back in the team as well throughout the season, but didn't want to risk it in the first game of the season.
The burner's on him.
Mitchell with a nice challenge, but his second touch was not enough.
Mistake.
Danfa still on the ball, though. Mitchell now trying to make up for it. And Danfa, again, he tried to play it into the feet of McKeever, but wasn't aware of the space around him.
You can definitely see with all the new substitutions that the confidence in the midfield isn't as prolific. Not to say that there's a difference in skill or quality, but needless to say, I think it's a great call from Ruiz here to get new names in, new players in, so they can get more comfort on the field.
Yep, they need to build up a rhythm. And that right there, what happened was that as the ball was played through, Modu Jalo, he was shielding off the ball, and the North Georgia player was grabbing him, and referee stopped the play to make sure that everything was okay between the two players, but no foul was called. That's why we stopped with a dropped ball. Just stopped the play, which was clearly in possession of Potros, to deal with the player issue. Ball still there. Macias gets it back in. Here's Mbomio with 4 goals today.
To Mitchell.
Mitchell on the
it.
left foot, tries the shot. It's just going to softly roll into the hands. Not enough on it.
Good effort nonetheless from Mitchell.
You can see the energy that Mitchell brings into this midfield. The oldest player in the squad, 38 years old.
Incredible.
But the energy that he has, you would not be able to tell from watching him on the pitch. He's got the energy of a 24-year-old.
Look, I'm 28 and I'm still jealous.
And the final substitute for Potros will now take place. This is Daniel Rohr, I believe, will be re-entering. We'll see who he replaces. I believe it will probably be Nazario and Bomio.
Indeed, Roar. That is confirmed. That is Roar coming on. Coming off is
Mbomio.
Bomio.
So Daniel Rohr returning to the squad will fit into the midfield. It looks like Amadou Danfa will go up to the striker position to fill in for Mbomio. And here's Rohr's first pressure of the match. Forcing the ball back. A ball over the top, gets behind Jalo, stayed on side. A little bit of a miscommunication between the teammates, but still a tussle in the middle. Comes away with North Georgia, and the ball into the box. Did not have a runner, would have been too heavy either way, and Verona will take his time. Of course, he needs to get going quickly with the new law underway, with the goalkeepers only having 8 seconds to release the ball. If they don't, it will result in a corner kick for the opposing team. You might see the referee gives a signal when there's 5 seconds remaining. So new protocols by IFAB and the laws of the game changes for this new season. We've seen it all across the world in all competitions.
Ball quickly cleared from Verona.
North Georgia's header goes out for a throw. So final 30 seconds of regular time. We'll keep an eye on the signal for the referee for how much time will be added. We're expecting probably about 4 or 5 minutes at this point. Potros still with the 4-1 lead on North Georgia United. Still putting pressure on. Nazario and Bomio, the goal scorer of all 4 goals, has been subbed off. Will somebody else be able to step up and add to their tally, open their account for the season on the opening match? Throw in for Potros. Macias comes forward to take it. Macias throw all the way to Roar. Roar doesn't get up, and it's eventually cleared. Jalo there to not allow the turn. Trying to stop the North Georgia attack. Finds the feet of Maradiaga. Quick ball forward. Well-timed run, but Verona off his line to clear and take it to safety. A nice flick there from McKeever. Roar onto it. Stayed onside, but can't keep it in play. And we are now into the added time.
So far, no signal from the referee for the added time.
As the ball's in the attacking space, and a shot there from Danfa, going to go way over the goal. Doesn't cause any danger, but does kill off some seconds in this match. Looks like it's going to be 4 minutes of added time is what we're able to see from up here in the press box. Looks like a signal of 4 added minutes. We're into the first of the 4. And now a chance for Danfa at the edge of the box, and puts that one over the goal as well.
No, good job there, though, from Paul to receive that ball, get it to Danfa. Danfa just unable to get over on top of it. It looked like he just got way too under it and caught some air.
And Danfa really getting involved in this match. Just needs to grow into the rhythm and get his foot right on these balls, and he can be a real contributor this season.
I personally think it literally just boils down to a little more time on the field for him. He's done a great job thus far.
Yeah, and we remind the viewers at home that he's only just joined the preseason late. The 19-year-old from Senegal, looking to try his language barrier for him and
there he
everything.
Is now
Here's a
on the
chance.
run. Unable to get there, though. North Georgia United heavy there. Strong play here.
Roar gives away a free kick.
Yeah, Roar not too happy about that one.
North Georgia puts the ball back into play. Ball into the midfield.
North Georgia still trying to generate something here in this extra time. Good pass through. Verona already read it, came out on it, send it out long. McKeever there trying to receive it. North Georgia United controlled, though. Got past Roar. North Georgia still on the move. Trying to create something here. Last couple minutes of brilliance from North Georgia.
Another ball looking to get through.
Jallo, though, refusing.
Macias coming away with it. Plays it forward to Roar. Another flick on. Here's a 4 versus 3 opportunity for Potros to put this game to bed. Add to the tally. Noel getting into the box. Trying to go himself. Gets to a tight angle. Oh!
And just slightly wide there for Mr. Jimmy Lee Noel. A good effort nonetheless.
Almost finishing the game with style. Nice counterattack there. A chance for Noel. He put it to himself. He had other options, but he felt confident in the tight angle and nearly found the target, but just wide. And the score continues 4-1 as we head into the final 45 seconds of this match, we believe. And Potros still under possession, now with 23 shots in this match to North Georgia's 10.
That's Mr. Latrell Bradshaw taking that throw in. Roar unable to control and maintain it, though. Somehow lost a shoe, North Georgia United player.
Yeah, a little bit of a step from Roar, giving away a free kick. This might be the last kick of the game.
Yeah, more or less probably the last play of the game here. Latrell, once again, Mr. Bradshaw reading that play. And it looks like this game is more or less being put to bed.
North Georgia with one last attack, trying to find behind. Oranga in the way.
They're going to allow the throw in.
Now into the 5th minute of added time. Referee Donovan allowing the play to continue. A chance for North Georgia to get one back, a consolation goal. But Potros will come away with it. And there will be the final whistle. Potros FC to the thanks of Nazario Mbomio. A 4-1 win to start off the season. And Mbomio surely going to the top of the scoring charts right off the start. 4 goals today, assisted by Brendan Fry, Pedro Valenzuela, Sebi Morello, and Pedro Lima. So a great match from Frankie Ruiz. Great opportunity to see some new faces and a great result to start the season. We'll be back next week to face FC Birmingham. We will keep you updated on social media whether that match will be streamed on our YouTube or not. But this will be the start to the new season. 1 match down, 9 to go of the regular season. What are your thoughts, Richard, on that one?
Absolutely love to be a part of this game. Love to come here on, every other Sunday and see what's going on and see the transformation as a pioneer to this team. Coming from the back of baseball fields to what we are now. It's just incredible. I have no complaints with how the team looks. The chemistry's there. Coach Ruiz is doing a fantastic job here with the players that he has available. I mean, quite frankly, the sky's the limit, and I just can't wait for the rest of this season.
We'll be back to bring you the next one, so keep up and subscribe so you can see them, and we'll be back in just a few weeks or maybe next week. And also stay up to date with our new U23 squad.
We'll see you next time.
Until next time.